Good morning. So, today we're trying something a little bit different. Usually I've been eating my cream of rice as my pre-workout meal and then going training directly after that. But today I decided to try something a little bit different. So I woke up at 6 a.m. and then I had some oats with peanut butter and protein powder. And then I waited 1 hour and I then had my cream of rice. So we're going to be a little bit more carved up for today's leg day. And yesterday I also had pizza, which was amazing. It tasted really nice and it was just nice to have kind of a little bit of a cheat meal. But like in that case, for example, I just adjusted 2 of my meals, estimated the calories of the pizza, and we should be good. But so I'm feeling good, carved up, had a lot of food in the morning, an extra meal, so we'll see how that affects my workout. Now for the workout today, it's a hamstring focused leg day. The plan is to do only 1 set of hamstring curls first and then do 2 sets of stiff leg deadlifts. And because I was thinking about it while I was walking, and I think I'd like to do just some more volume. I feel like I need the repetition of doing the deadlifts just to learn the form and proper technique. So my idea was I'll probably end up doing quite a lot of warm-up sets. So I'll just reduce 1 set of the hamstring curls and just increase the amount of sets on the deadlifts. So I looked at one video of how to do the deadlift movement. So I'm gonna try to replicate that technique as much as possible today. Then after that, move on to some single leg extension. That movement, just doing single leg, feels so amazing. I think I even prefer it to leg press. And then we'll see what I do after that. Maybe I'll do some hip thrusts as well. And then finish the session with some ab work. I think I want to try to do a dragonfly, I think it's called, where you hold yourself up and then you lift yourself all the way up and lower your legs all the way down. I'll record myself trying to do it, mostly just because it would be fun and cool to be able to do calisthenic movement. And I've also tried it before and it definitely works your abs and core. So also need to do calves, so I'm gonna try to do that same form again, of bottoming out your foot and then only lifting it up to neutral. So that's, I think, other than that, the main focus for leg days is mostly just go hard, just push max intensity on the exercises which I can, which is pretty much everything else other than deadlifts at this point. just because I'm a bit scared of. I feel like that's one of the movements that could injure me if I try to load up too heavy and do it wrong. So for that movement, I'll be a bit extra careful. But other than that, just go hard, like push hard with intensity and take pride in pushing yourself hard. Now, recently, almost every single leg day, I just listen to Slipknot. I just queue up their first song on Spotify and then just listen to all their songs. And I think it's just something about their music that is more fitting for a leg day. I feel like for upper sessions, it can be a bit more fun and relaxing, so you can listen to some other music, maybe some hardstyle or just different genres of music. But for leg day, I feel like it's really intense. You need focus, intensity, and need to be it. If you don't put yourself in the correct mindset, you definitely won't be pushing yourself to failure. But there's just some. So yeah, main goal this leg session: train hard, train to failure. So yeah, let's go. I'm excited. So I'm just warming up for the hamstring curls, but I was just thinking about something while warming up, like how grateful I am for being able to train every single day and just wake up whenever I want right now, because I'm studying, and just being able to go to the gym every single day and pursue something that I really, really enjoy and love doing. And I'm especially grateful because this is something that I don't have to do. You don't have to go to the gym. There are very few things in life that we, like, you have to eat and drink water and sleep to be able to stay alive, but you don't have to go to the gym. This is something that we choose to do, and I feel like recognizing the fact that this is something that you choose yourself to do makes it so much more enjoyable for me, especially. Like, I get to choose to wake up and hit legs, and I'm also lucky enough that my life and circumstances allow me to pursue something that I just really enjoy and something that I'm really passionate about. I think that's something that we can forget. So that's just something that I was thinking about while warming up. So we're gonna finish warming up and then we're gonna hit our top set. view. So yeah, it's a bit funny. The day after I talk about things not going to plan, the day did not go as planned. For the training, I just ended up doing one set of hamstring curls and like 5 or 6 sets of stiff leg deadlifts, and then just one set of leg extensions. And then I did one finished set. I finished the leg day off with one set of calves, and that was pretty much the entire leg day. I became quite happy with the form on the deadlift, so I just pretty much started with only the bar and then just went up in 5 kilo increments until 30 kilos, just trying to improve the form again and again and again. And I feel like I've reached a point where I'm happy with where the form was. But the main reason why I'm recording was because I wanted to quickly touch on what I talked about before the hamstring curls, which is mostly gratitude and my approach to it. Now this will mainly be for training, because there was one point in 2024 where I had wrist problems, so I basically couldn't lift. Or I could have done legs, but I didn't really enjoy leg training then, so I wasn't doing any lifting. And that was really hard, to be honest, because I went from lifting 5-6 times a week, and for the last 4 years that's been like my main hobby or activity that I like doing. So going from doing something 5 or 6 times a week to not being able to do that really at all was hard, and it was tough, and I really missed the gym. So that's why I started running, because some sort of physical activity still gives you and still fills the void of wanting to push yourself mentally and physically, but running just doesn't have the same feel that strength training does for me. So every once in a while, if you're feeling demotivated because of a lift or a session that went wrong, or just your diet, because sometimes it can be tough sticking to a diet or doing a workout when you're tired, exhausted, and would just like to do something else maybe that day. And I think there's 2 things that could help you in those situations. First is just being grateful that you are allowed and that you have the body to train, because everyone's most likely been injured at some point in their life and not able to do physical activity. And especially if that's something that you really enjoy doing, try to remember how boring it was not being able to train and do the thing that you love doing. So just being grateful that you can wake up. I mean, I'm allowed to wake up each day and pursue something that I love doing, and going and pushing myself in the gym. And that's something that I did not always have and was not always able, and something that I most probably won't be able to do. So we're lucky if you're young, or being young and being able to pursue this. So it's a nice reminder every once in a while just to take a step back and be happy that you're allowed to train and you can push yourself. And I really believe that that's a privilege. Now, the second part of that was that it's also a choice. You choose to train, you choose to diet. There's no one forcing me to do this. Like, it's completely up to you if you want to train or not. And that mentality shift from going from I have to diet to I am choosing to diet, for me it's very, very freeing, because then it's my choice, and there's just something in that fact of I do not have to do this. I am choosing to do this because. And if you have a strong because or why, I feel like it really helps. So for me, it's I want to get better in the gym. I want to get stronger. I want to get bigger. I want to get leaner. What's going to help me achieve those things? Now, one of those things is the diet. So I choose to eat the foods that I eat because that will allow me to achieve the goals that I myself chose. And this goes for so many other things in life, that a lot of the things that we do, we are choosing to do. There are very few things that you absolutely have to do. Like, at some point you are going to have to eat, at some point you are going to have to drink, and at some point you are going to have to sleep. But there are so many things that we do in life that we do not have to do. And just reframing, first of all, that if you just base that you don't have to do a lot of stuff, you start questioning a lot of the things that you're currently doing, and then you can figure out, do you want to keep doing those things or not? Like, do those things actually matter to you? But that's another topic. But yeah, just changing, for me, just changing from the mindset of I have to do this to I am choosing to, and I'm able and allowed to do something. For me, that's a very freeing thought, and something that motivates me a lot more to stay on track and keep doing what I'm doing in maybe periods where you're tired, demotivated. So yeah, today didn't really go as planned, but that's okay. Still made progress. Happy with the sets that I did. Still executed those sets with intensity. So today was a little bit of a day where the progress on the training end took a small step, but I got a lot of other stuff done in my own life because I'm moving in 1 week, which has finally hit me because I've been living here for the last 3 years, and I realize I'm gonna have to move all my stuff. So one thing that I've also wanted to do recently in life is just have a lot less stuff, because I don't really feel like I need that much stuff, and because it just makes life a lot simpler not owning a lot of stuff. And I feel like I could be a lot more free if I just didn't have a lot of stuff that kind of held me down in one place. For example, I just went through my entire closet, and there was a lot of clothes that I knew that I was never going to wear again, and I hadn't worn for 2 years probably. And I just went and just gave them to a charity, because it just makes sense. If I'm not wearing the clothes and I don't want the clothes, then I might as well just give it to someone else so they can wear it and they can make use of it. And yeah, so there's a lot of other stuff that I've been also thinking about, but I think I would rather talk about that when once I've organized my own thoughts a little bit more. And the one thing I'll just go back to, the one thing that's nice about gratitude is it's so easy to do. You can just think about something that you're grateful for, and one thing that I've noticed is that once you notice something that you're grateful for, it's easier to notice something else that you're grateful for. So for me, for example, I'm super grateful that I get to walk and be outside in this beautiful place, and the sun's out and I get to walk around and enjoy it. And I'm obviously super grateful for my friends and my family, and I think that's something that's important to not only recognize yourself, the people that are in your life, but also try to let them know how that you are grateful for them and who they are. And that's something that I definitely need to get better at, because especially recently, I definitely recognize the fact of how much my friends and family mean to me, but I'm not always the best at letting them know it. So that's something that I'm going to work on. But so that was my thoughts about mostly gratitude and other stuff. The plans for tomorrow, I got a new stuff for pre-workout, so that's looking good. So I think tomorrow is going to be an up session, bench session. Last time we did 85 for 3 sets of 4 reps. So the goal is to beat that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully most of these videos will just be me talking, rambling about stuff that's going on in my life, but I hope it might help, or maybe you'll be entertained. We'll see.